Beads can be created into so many gorgeous jewelry if you really know what you're about. Here in my hands is a very beautiful project that I just finished, and I really want to share this with you. So I call this project a beaded coral earring. Here on top is a beaded stud. That will be the very first project I'll share with you, and then in the second project I would show you how I attached or how I created this corals, beaded corals, um, together. All right, so please stay with me. Please share with your friends. Let people know that I am here. Anoa is here, and let's learn something beautiful. Okay, so see you. Yes, right in front of me are the materials for this very first project. So when I say first project, this is the first project I'll be doing, and this one will be the second one. So this whole project here are in two parts, the first and the second one. All right. So the first is the beaded stud, and the second are the beaded corals. All right. So it's going to be so much fun, I believe so. You're going to have so much fun. You're going to have more ideas into what you are really going to do, and believe you me, it's one of the most easiest. Don't be intimidated. It's very easy to do. All right. So um let's learn something new. I'm always saying something new because I know I always bring up new stuff. I hate to repeat things, so I'll try my best to renew or update my videos as much as I can. All right. Yeah, so let's continue. Yeah, so this bead color now, these beads are 11 seed beads, and they are glass beads as well, right? And it's in between very light yellow and white, so I don't really know the kind of name to call it, but I'll say it's cream. It's a cream color. And then I always use this regal needles. The size is in between 10 and 13. And also this is the main material, which is the pearl. So inside here is a pearl bead. All right, so I'll be using the pearl bead, and this will help to create the beaded stud. All right, so I don't know the size of it, but this is how it looks on my index finger, or in my on my middle finger right here. So sorry, I don't know the size of this. So if you are wondering, forgive me, I cannot tell you what size this is, but I think it falls between the big size and the smaller size. Yeah. And then also this is an already prepared stud here. If I say already prepared stud, those who have been following me would understand what I mean. So there's a material here that I attach with a glue that will help me to you know to attach the glue with the beads. So this makes it stronger. So that's why I used to put materials here. So it's already prepared. And then my nylon thread, and then my scissors, and then also my I forgot to put my F6000 around here. So this is my F6000. I'm using my F6000. Yeah. So I mean, let's start this beaded stud. I have tutorials, but I'll do them again. And in case you are wondering, you can play back the videos, and I believe you would understand. I'll be putting the link. Those that I've done already, I'll still be putting the link. I have a full tutorial on how to make the bead itself. This is just a half pearl, and there are round pearls as well. I think I have one of them that I've made a tutorial on how to do. So if you understand how to start this, you can make the full pearl as well. Okay, depending on the size, you wouldn't have to bother. So please, let's um, have more patience, because handiwork is not an easy thing to do. You know what I mean? And if you are really ready for this, then you have to get ready. I know you understand what I mean. Yeah, so let's jump right into the video. I'll see you. So you pick 4 beads. Go through all 4 beads. You go through the first one, the first bead, then you have 4. So this is the foundation. And next you pick a bead, then a bead again, then a bead again, then you step up from here. So stepping up means you should go through where you started off and where you ended. Okay, so this is the first bead and this is the last bead. So you're going to step up, you're going to go through this bead and this bead. Okay, I'll just go through the first one, then when I'm done, and I'll go through this one as well. Yeah, so now we are in the first row. So the very first row was just a foundation, so this is the first row, which is 4, and then the second row will be 2 2 2 2, and in all we have 8 beads, so 2 4 6 8. So we'll add the rest and then continue. Yeah, so step up from here. So this is the first bead and this is the last bead. We'll step up from the side. So this is the third row actually. Is it a third row? Let's see. This is the foundation. The first, okay, so this is the second row, people. I'm not misleading you, sorry. So we're moving to the third row, all right? So the third row, I'm going to put a bead in each space. So with the second row, we have 8 beads in total. The first row was 4 beads, second row is 8, and then third, we're still going to have 8 beads. So it's going to be 1 1 1 in each space. So this is the third row. All right, you're going to have 1 1 bead in each space. So when I'm about to step up, I would finalize it with you. Yeah, so step up and finish with the third row. So in total we have 8 beads. This is how your work is going to look like. So with the fourth row, you're going to pick a bead. Then you continue. Then you pick 2 beads. And then you pick a bead. And then 2 beads. So this continues until you 2 beads. I picked only a bead. You're going to repeat this until you get to the last end where you step up. So in total, you're going to have 12 beads. Okay. So step up from here. So this is the last bead, and this is the first bead. okay? Step up. So we're done with the 4th row. All right, so we're moving to the 5th row. In the 5th row, I'm going to put 1 bead in each space. 1. So the 4th row in total is still going to give you 12 beads. All right. So you're going to repeat this 1 1 1 1 1 until you step up. So this is for the 5th row, and you're still going to have 12 beads in total. We'll step up from here. So this is the very last bead, and this is the first bead. So when you are found wanting, you just have to count, okay? I know I am not typing, I'm speaking, so please, you need to hear me out in case you are found wanting. Just keep playing back and just have to hear the numbers that I'm saying, and then you are good to go. I also have tutorials. I'm going to put a link in the description box, and in case of anything, you check it out, okay? So in the 5th row, we have 12 beats in total, and then in the 6th row, we're going to have 12 beats again. So we're going to repeat 1 1 1 in each space. Yeah. So I'm going to come back to you when I have to step up, right? From here, this side and this side. We step up from here. Yeah, so this is the 6th row, and it also adds up to 12 beats. So the 7th row, we're going to have 2 1 1 in each space. So I pick 2 beats, first 2 beats, then I go through the side, the 3rd beat from here, two, 1, 1. Two, 1, 1. So in total, we're going to have 16 beats. This is for the 7th row, okay? I'll get back to you when I have to step up. Then we'll step up from here. So we're done with the 7th row. In total, we have 16 beats. So with the 8th row, I'm going to put a bead in each space. And then in total, it's going to give you 16 rows as well. So I'm going to get back to you when I have to step up on the 8th row. So this is the 8th row and I'm stepping up. So in total we have 16 rows as well. So I'm going to repeat the 8th row times 4. All right, so it means I'll get back to you on the 12th row. I'll be repeating the 8th row times 4 or 4 times. Then I'll get back to you on the 12th row. So I'm on the 12th row. If you're following, I had to stop on the 8th row and then repeat the 8th row times 4. So I'm now on the 12th row. Now, so this is what your work should look like. Okay, so I would put my bead inside and then try to pull the edges. So I'll just pull the thread like that. Okay, and then whilst you bead, it will cover. So at this point I would decrease. All right, so this is how to do. Now from the 13th row I pick a bead. I go from here. Another bead. Then another bead. So it's going to be 1 bead in each space 3 times, and then the fourth space you're going to go through the bead without any beads. So let's say this is 1 2 3, and on the 4th bead you go through the bead or the next bead with no beads at all. So you're going to be 1 1 1 0. All right, 0 means no beads at all. Then I'm going to repeat this again. So in this case I'll be decreasing the beads so that they can cover up the pearl bead inside. So 1 1 and then 1. And then the next is going to be 0 without any bead. So you're going to repeat this until you step up. I'll get back to you when I have to step up. All right, so you see it started to cover. Yeah, so we'll step up. So this is the 13th row if you've just joined. It's a 13th row. So I'm going to go through the beads. That's the last and the first bead. Okay, without any bead. So it's going to be 1 1 1 0, like I mentioned earlier. So this is the 13th row once again. And I continue. So we are decreasing. Yeah. And then with the 14th row, I go through each bead or each space with a bead. So it's going to be, now the 13th row in total is going to give you 12 beads. So the 14th and 15th row is going to also give you 12 beads. So let's see what happens. Yeah. I'll take a bead. Go through each space with a bead again. Now you come across something like this, like a V shape, don't bother. You just have to go through. Now you have to leave this 1 2 3 in the middle, and then you go through the next bead from this side. Okay, that's sticking out from here. All right, so I'll meet you when I have to step up. So we'll step up and finish with the 14th row from this side. Okay, so let me do it one by one. So this is the last bead and the first bead. So on the 15th row, we're going to go through each space with a bead. We'll get back to you when I have to step up. We'll step up and finish with the 15th row. So we're still decreasing. So on the 16th row, pick a bead. It's going to be 1, 0. So 0 means you go through the next bead with no bead. You don't pick any bead without, I don't know if I'm making sense, but you need to watch what I'm doing before you get to understand. Like for instance, I go through this bead, okay, all right, without picking any bead to attach, okay, or without adding any bead. So 0, that's what this 0 means. So 16th, on the 16th row, this is what we do. I have picked one bead already. The next is 0, so 1, 0. 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. Then I step up from here. So I'll be stepping up from this side, from the last and the first bead. All right, so in the end, this is how your work is going to look like. So this is the 16th row. Now on the 17th row, you'll be going through all the spaces with a bead only. Now the 16th row adds up to 8 beads. And then the 17th row is also going to add up to 8 beads. So you pick a bead. Now you're seeing this V shape because you went through the bead without, you didn't attach any bead, or you didn't add any bead to it. So that was a 0 part, okay? So that was why, or that is why this part is formed. The V shape here is formed. So you just have to, jump and then go to the next bead. So you're going to go through each space with a bead. 1, 2. So in total, you're going to have 8 beads. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. So the magic of the whole issue is that you need to, pull your thread as you bead along so that it covers and it becomes strong. And then this 8th bead. All right. So your work should be looking like this in the end. All right. So I'll be doing the 18th row now. So with the 18th row, you're going to pick a bead. We're still decreasing. We're going to go 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, and then 1, 0. So I'll step up from here on the last and the first row, the first bead. And then you pull so that it covers properly. So I'll go through the 19th row. So with the 18th row, you have 4 beads. And then the 19th row is also going to be 4 beads. So it's going to be 1. You're going to go through each space with a bead. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Now look at that. You see the end just looks like the beginning, how I started. So we're going to join all 4 beads together. Now if you want, you go through it 2-3 times. Okay, And then finally, you can go through all the beads, or most of the beads, or some of the beads on top here with the needle and thread, so that you could secure the thread before you cut it finally. All right, so that's what I'll be doing offline. And then this is the tail of the thread from the beginning. You can do the same to this one by going through some of the beads with the thread, and then you cut it off. All right, so I'll get back to you when all is done. So this is the final outcome, people. I mean, if you started with me, you would, I hope it's going to get better. Though I said from the beginning, this is not a detailed tutorial, because I have a tutorial on beaded starts already. But I think I went quite far with this tutorial, and I believe it's going to get better, you know, if really you were paying attention. Okay, now this is the very first part. Now with the second part, I'm going to be adding this gorgeous colorful corals, beaded corals to it, you know. So we are going to create our own corals, you know, in the second video. So please, it's going to be so much fun. Join me and let's learn how to make corals to this beaded start, okay, in the second part of this tutorial, right? So thank you so much for having time. Thank you for joining me, and see you on the next tutorial. Have a nice time. Bye bye.